cats freaking everywhere, just like in my real life, which I love. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games, board gamey things, and cats. This is really a big part of what we're all about. Just in life in general, I love cats. I'm back again today with another pumped up Kickstarter. And today's preview video is going to be on Cat in 8 from Getty Games, who very kindly sponsored today's video. Now, a few things to note. As per usual with my preview videos, this is not an official how to play, but rather a general overview to help you figure out whether or not this game is a good fit for you. This is a prototype, so anything that you see is always subject to change, and as always, links, everything that you need are going to be in the description below. So if you watch this video and you just have to have it, you'll go into the description, you'll click the link, and that's going to take you to where you need to go to get it. Got it? Good. All right, let's dive in and learn a little bit more about Cat in 8. You and your fellow partners are clever cats competing for control over a chaotic and ever-changing territory. Line up your cats, claim your favorite spot, and prove that you are the perfect strategist. The player or team that best links their cats wins the game. But what does any of that mean? I am so glad you asked. Let's take a closer look at how the game works. So before we get into how it works, let's just take a look at it, shall we? I've currently set up for a 3-player game. You can play between 2 and 6, and you can play with individuals or you can play in teams. So I'm just doing an example of 3 individual players, but just know that you can also play in teams. And the game is meant for ages 8 and up, so feel free to play with your whole family. Now, we have in the center of the table a grid. This grid is 4 tiles by 4 tiles, but it's 8 by 8 squares, essentially. At the beginning of the game, I just took the tiles, shuffled them up, and placed them randomly. Now with the color cat that I didn't use in the setup, I have placed one of their tokens on all the free cat spaces, so there are 4 of those on the board. Everybody is going to receive their own tokens. You're going to get your little peg board and some pegs along with 3 cards from the deck. So just for a spoiler alert, these are my cards that I got, 2 cat toys and some kitty food. Yum. But that's the setup. Very simple, and of course lots of variability because these tiles can be shuffled and they will be placed in any different type of way, like also any 4 like orientations. So lots of variability right there. So let's talk about how the game flow actually works. Now on your turn, you are going to choose one of the following actions. The first one is to play an item card. So remember, I just showed you my item cards, 2 cat toys and some kitty chow. So what you're going to do is play an item card. So let's just say I wanted to play out my cat food. Then what you're going to do is place one of your cat tokens on an empty tile space that matches the icon shown on your card. So in this instance with kitty food, I might want to put it right there. Your next option is to play a chaos card. There are 3 types of chaos cards that are scattered through the deck. So we have Cat Fight, Cat NATO, and Cat Zoomies. These are the 3 different types of chaos cards. When you play a chaos card, you're simply going to follow the instructions. So for Cat Zoomies, you can push any row of tiles. For Cat NATO, you can rotate any tile to a different orientation. And for Cat Fight, you can swap 1 cat token for any other cat token. In this instance, maybe I want to do a Cat NATO, and I want to do this. Maybe I want to do that. I'll put it for a spin. Why not? But that's one of the actions that you can take. Finally, the third action that you could potentially take is to exchange cards. So to do this, you're going to place 1 to 3 cards from your hand face down at the bottom of the draw pile, which is up here. My arms are just long enough to reach it. Then you're going to draw the same number of cards. Okay, so if I wanted to get rid of all 3 of these cards, I would place them face down at the bottom of the draw pile and go 1, 2, 3, drawing 3 new cards. Let's see what I got. Whoa, I got some chaos. After you do choose to play a card, I will just mention that you are always going to draw another card, so you'll always end your turn with 3 cards in hand. That is literally how the game plays. So you're going to take your turn choosing one of those actions, and then the next player is going to do the same thing. How do you win the game? It's fine, place out your tiles, that's great, that's super fun, but what is the reason? Great question. You are going to instantly win Cat in 8 with a Cat in 8 by getting 8 of your cat tokens in a straight line. Now the straight line can be horizontal, it can be vertical, or it can even be diagonal, okay? So if you get 8 of your cats, now 8, once again, is a full row because this is technically an 8 by 8 space grid. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen because you're blocking each other off, you're doing all those great things, the player or team with the highest score at the end of the game is going to win. And we'll talk about scoring here in just 1 minute and how that all works. And that can happen and the game will end if the draw pile of Cat in 8 cards has been completely depleted and every player has then taken one final turn. So if that happens, you are going to move into scoring if nobody has gotten 8 of their cats in a row. Okay, so if somebody doesn't get their row of 8 and we need to move into scoring to see who has the most points, this is how scoring is going to work. So you're going to score each time that you create a new line of 3 or more cat tokens. Each cat token in a line is going to be worth 1 point, including free space cat tokens, which in our example are the orange tokens. Once again, lines can be horizontal, they can be vertical, or they can be diagonal. If your newly placed token connects to multiple lines, you will then score each line. So many points, so many opportunities. Chaos cards will score for each new line or connection that they make, so make sure that you're taking note of when you're manipulating the board that you're going to be scoring in that way. Just as an example, if you have 3 in a row, that's 3 points. 2 is not going to do anything. 4 will be 4 points, 5 will be 5 points, 6 will be 6 points, 7 will be 7 points, and so on and so forth. And my friends, that is how you play Cat in 8. So your question might be, who is this game for? This is a perfect family style game. So like I said before, it's ages 8 and up. You can play it with the entire family. And I know what you're thinking. Well, is this game too light for gamers? Of course not, because it's heavy in strategy. If you are a fan of games like Connect 4, Tic-Tac-Toe, My Shelfie, anything like that, and that kind of tickles your brain folds in a good way, this game could be for you. There is interaction. If you're playing with smaller children or people who don't like to get too competitive, you don't need to play that way. But of course, there is interaction. There is ways to manipulate your other fellow players. Like if I tornadoed, well, that's a bad example. If I tornadoed like this, I have now broken up this line, limiting that person from scoring more points, or of course that would only be if it looked like this. There's definitely a lot of strategy that can go into this. You can play it really as strategically as you want. So it's also great if you enjoy kind of like team style games, because like I said, you have the option to play on your own or you can play in teams. The rule set is very straightforward, so anybody can learn it, anybody can play it. And another benefit, of course, is that it plays very quickly. So you could literally set it up, play a game, tear it down, set it up, play another game, and it offers a ton of variety with how you can kind of organize with the different tiles and orientations and all of that good stuff. I didn't even mention, but these are the score trackers. So as you're scoring, you've got your pegs. So if you've got 64, 144, you've got 3 pegs to be able to track all of your points. And we have 4 very cute cat teams to choose from. I like the blue one because it looks like little baby. But my friends, that is Cat in 8. So if this game sounds like something that you might be interested in, like I said before, all the links, everything you need to know are in the description below, so definitely make sure to check it out. If you're interested in buying board games, you're going to go to your friendly local gaming store. For us, it's the Boardroom Game Cafe. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. I hope to see you again soon. And now I say goodbye. Goodbye.